Hello everyone, it is Jacob here, and with this video I would like to give you a review of the leveling build that I made that I played this season 7. I've started with Carino 2, Lethal Flash Carino. Let's get straight into it. Skills. I was using lightning shot the entire time, like that's the first skill they give you. I sticked with it. You want to support it with jump. Early on, just use whatever gives you more damage, like slow projectile, wind projectile, electric overload, whatever. Once you get to level 22, add in physical damage and lightning damage, and eventually wind projectiles once you get enough energy for that. So that will give you enough base damage basically to go through the campaign pretty quickly. Really early on, before you get your first hero trait, you feel free to use, or I've been using, Blink Bow, which is this skill, and this will help you go through the first few locations before you get your hero trait pretty quickly. Just skip all the monsters, just go through the zone, just use this skill throughout the entire zone, kill the boss at the end of the zone, and go to the next. I mean, you will lose levels a little bit, but you can get levels really fast in the troves eventually. So yeah, just go through the first few zones really quickly using Blink Bow. Helps a lot. As a movement skill, I've been using centralized loading because that gives you additional or more damage for free shots every time you use it. So you just use it, shoot 3 times, use it, shoot 3 times, use it, shoot 3 times. That's the general like rotation early on. Eventually, don't use aim early on, but once you get to trove level, I believe 30. Let me check it. Once you get to trove level 27 and you can get wind chasers. If you don't have any other boots with movement speed, these boots will carry you throughout the entire story. And they basically give you 30% movement speed. And they also allow you to use skills like aim, which its downside is reducing your movement speed, but it gives you additional damage, which the additional damage is really nice to have here. And you can keep the skill if you support it with extended duration. You can keep it up indefinitely. And if you have the boots, well, I have them here. If you have these boots, movement speed is fixed to 130% value, means that the downside on the aim has no effect. So feel free to use aim. Then, yeah, if you have movement speed boots, swap aim for bloody steps to move even faster. But you need movement speed boots for that, obviously, because if you swap it and you have the boots that I showed you, bloody steps will have no effect on your build. So yeah, with movement speed boots, use bloody steps. Without movement speed boost, use aim. And that's it. For healing skill, early on, when you struggle with mana, just stick with compound swords that they give you at the beginning. But once you get like a few levels and more mana regen from the levels, and also like skill reduced mana consumption on passive tree, feel free to swap to life source. It is a little bit stronger heal than compound source, so yeah, life source will be the main heal here. And that's the last. Fixate gives you a little bit more damage. There's pretty much no other choice really. Like, you could try using Thunderlight Bond to get lucky effect and numbed effect, but this is more consistent. This gives you more damage basically. So yeah, Fixate, extended duration, use it occasionally on like tankier rares. For the passive skills, Thunder Imbue as the first one because it gives you flat attack damage. The second aura would be Precise Projectiles because that gives you projectile damage obviously, and that will consume like 60%. Is it 70% of your mana? So you are not left with much. So my next aura of choice would be Swiftness. You could argue that using Summon Thunder Spirit would net in more damage. In theory, yes, it gives you more attack speed and cast speed, but you cannot keep up with the reload speed anyway if you go into attack speed. So yeah, I just did not take that. The other option would be Summon Fire Magus to get more critical strike rating, but I prefer to go through maps faster, so movement speed from Swiftness, and you still have 20% mana left after that. So the last aura here, just quality of life if you have the slot, just slot in the Rejuvenation. Or if you really struggle with mana, Magical Source, that's also 10% mana. So yeah, one of those two. So that would be it for the skills. For gear, once you can get the Wind Chasers on the level 27 trove, just farm them. I've run the trove like 5 times and I believe I've dropped them 3 out of the 5 times, so that should be really easy to farm them up. And the rest of the gear, pretty much just stick with whatever gives you more damage. That would be it. And yeah, once you open the first hero trait here or the second hero trait here, start with Dart Shot. This is pretty much almost at the end of the campaign when you open this. So Dart Shot, every time you use a movement skill you deal more damage, and you deal more damage after you use this specific movement skill as well, so that stacks together, results in like higher damage output. But eventually I'll be swapping to Shadow Magazine, but I'll be swapping the build entirely eventually to something else. So yeah, this build will let you go through the campaign fairly quickly. It is squishy though throughout the campaign, so just prepare to die often on bosses. Yeah, whatever. I believe you would be able to actually make it tankier, but I did not go through the struggle. Just die, go again. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's this Carino for now. I will start mapping and I will update you with the next video eventually after the swap. I'm not sure yet what I will make from this Carino, but yeah, we'll see. You will see in the next video actually. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.